Yes, my dear friend, welcome back to the channel. Very good morning to you wherever you are on the globe, on the continent of Africa, in Europe, in America, in Canada, Australia, or right in Southeast Asia. Ladies and gentlemen, you are highly welcome to this Monday morning edition. It is a very special Monday. Of course, we all know Mondays are very tough and difficult days of the week. But hey, guys, be up and doing. This week, Thursday, is going to be Chelsea Copenhagen in a conference league. Yes, preparations are currently underway. I am expecting that Chelsea will prepare very well for that game. Conference League football is one of our targets this year. We cannot play with it at all. Yes, with the Premier League, we know we cannot win it. But a Conference League is a league or is a title or is a trophy that Chelsea need to go all out and win. We are out of the FA Cup. We are out of the Carling Cup. Carabao Cup. Yes. So what we have left to qualify for Champions League and to win the Conference League. And hey, do not forget, Chelsea are also working seriously and are planning towards the Club World Cup. But before we go into more other issues, let's talk about this. I think this morning I want to talk about something important. Chelsea kept buying youngsters. 16 years, 17 years. Now, we understand Corinthians 17-year-old left back, Evangelista to Chelsea. Here we go. This issue came up on Thursday. Fabrizio Romano reported this young chap on Thursday. I was just pondering. Honestly, I was tired of all these youngsters Chelsea are buying here and there. But we understand the deal is finally true. Here we go. Corinthians 17-year-old left back. Is a left back, yes. Evangelista. Evangelista. That is his name. £8.2 million plus 3.3 million in add-ons. And he will arrive in 2026 and sign a contract until 2032. Until 2032. Now, with this young chap coming to Chelsea right now, that is just another one of those we've signed. We have Kendry, there we've bought Estaval. We can name a lot, almost about 7 or 8, 16, 17 years that Chelsea signed in recent years, the last 2 years alone. Dear friend, but I want to say something here. Are we really making the right decision with these young players we are buying? Do you think these players in the near future they'll be part of this Chelsea squad? What actually is the plan of these owners? We need to be asking questions, dear friends. Now, as it is right now, dear friends, let me say this. So far, what Chelsea is doing so far with these young guys, I personally think we are overpaying for some of these young chaps. We are overpaying for some of these young players. But it is also true that if we don't act now on some of these young talents, in a year or two from now, there will be much competition from other clubs, which we know we might not be able to compete with, especially a club like Real Madrid. Looking at our status right now, we are not favorite in Europe any longer because we lack experience to compete at the highest level. But it's a high risk. It is a high risk that comes with a reward. Oh, yes. So far, the misses haven't been too bad. The errors in signing the young stars, the failures of it, so far, it hasn't been that bad. Example, Andrew Santos is worth 3 times the amount we bought him right now. Andrew Santos. He's worth 3 times the amount we bought him. We made 7 million to 8 million profits on Angelo when we sold him. Yeah. And he hadn't activated some of his add-ons yet. Washington is still inconclusive as we speak. David Washington. His talent is good to make us profit. Yes. But his development is slow due to lack of playing time. Kendrick Paez and Estavao are yet to arrive in England for their Chelsea debut. But the signs are good. Honestly, the issue is this. If we don't overpay, those clubs will rather keep them for a few more years to mature and sell for more when other clubs comes in the future. When they circle a player, we can compete for them against the likes of Barca and Real Madrid. But we cannot guarantee whether the players will choose Chelsea or not. They will always choose Spain over England. Imagine if we didn't push for Estavao. When we did, we won't win the race right now if we are to try now at the end of this season. There's no way how Chelsea could win the race. Yeah. It is a fact. Imagine it. If we hadn't pushed for Estavao, we won't win the race right now for that signature. Right now, the player is ours. We are only waiting for this season to be over and he will arrive in England. Hopefully, we'll be part of the first team. Considering how he progressed rapidly. Dear friend, you see, for this new 17-year-old that Chelsea just bought, he's a prospect. We can never tell. He can just become one of those Estavao or Kendrick Paez in the next year. He's a nice guy. And like John Terry rightly said over the weekend, John Terry said, we are showing signs of a young team. And even though we started well this season, we were expected to drop off, which did happen. That is when you are signing only young players. What that simply means that before Chelsea can achieve something great, we must have patience for all these players to develop. Now, Chelsea wanted Nico O'Reilly in January from Man City. We wanted him from Man City, Nico from Man City. But City said no. As they don't want to lose him, or they don't want to lose the future control of the player, just as they lost Cole Palmer to Chelsea. Watching him, he's also a young guy, 18 years. Watching him play over the weekend, he is really good. Pep Guardiola also said the same thing about him, and he made it clear why he don't want to lose him. And the guy scored 2 goals for City, just 18 years old. I'm taking you somewhere. Don't go yet. I'm trying to build my case. Future Chelsea talent, William Estavao, who is expected to arrive in Chelsea by June. He just scored an amazing goals this weekend for his club, Palmeiras. Estavao scored and became the first Brazilian to reach 30 career GA before turning 18 years. 30 career GA before turning 18 years. The last player to have ever scored such a goal was Neymar. Estaval turns 18 in April. He's not even 18 yet. He turns 18 next month. And then he will join Chelsea from July 2025. And he celebrated like Neymar did. Dear friend, that is his picture on your screen. Chelsea signed this young chap last summer. He's one of those. It's one of those reasons why Chelsea believe signing them young could yield profit, not just to mature to become Chelsea player. Now, Estaval versus São Bernardo over the weekend. 2 goals, 4 out of 4 shots on target, 2 key passes. Yes, 66 touches, 6 dribbles, most in a game, 2 accurate crosses, 10 duels won, most in a game. 10 duels won. My goodness, this is massive. 3 recoveries. His rating after the game was 9.3. When was the last time you saw a player that scored 9.9? His rating was 9.3. Man of the match. That is Estaval. And these are the players that Chelsea have invested in for the future. Listen, going forward, it is your breakfast. I'll be wrapping up soon. I don't expect Estaval to be a regular starter when he arrives next season with Chelsea. It's not that straightforward issue. The Premier League is a totally different animal. If he gets 10 to 15 starts and 20 to 25 appearances in the league, that will be a solid first season for him. Yeah. Of course, anything can happen. But under normal circumstances, okay, he won't be thrown in immediately. The first half of the season will be about adaptation. And then he picks up more minutes from the second half, building into the next season. That is my take on Estaval coming to Chelsea. My only worry here is, can Enzo Maresca, our head coach, manage these youngsters very well? Because honestly speaking, I have not seen any improvement in any player since Maresca's arrival. I have not seen any improvement from last season. Rather, we are seeing players losing form. We are rather seeing players losing form. I have not seen a single improvement on any player. Meanwhile, this coach we are talking about here, Enzo Maresca, is supposed to be a coach, not a manager. He's to improve the players. His basic duty is to improve on the players. Tactically, mentally, and every other way, according to football structure. But I have personally not seen any improvement in any player since his arrival. So I am just wondering if these players can still flourish under Enzo Maresca. We've seen players leaving Chelsea. We said they are inexperienced, but they go to other clubs and they are flourishing. Our own goalkeeper, George Petrovic, that we wanted back so badly, now is doing well in Strasbourg. Chelsea fans now want him back. Few weeks ago, it was Sanchez that mounted our goalpost, and we were calling for Philip Jurgensen to take over for him because of the errors and the mistakes. Jurgensen took over, and 1, 2, 3 mistakes. We are now calling for Petrovic. That simply means that there's something fundamentally wrong with our system of play. It is no longer about the keeper. When your defenders cannot protect the goalkeeper, you know that it is the duty of the defenders to protect the goalkeeper. Now, when your defenders are so exposed, when they are not performing, they are not on top of the game, they expose the goalkeeper in several ways. This young guy, Estaval, is doing well with Palmeiras. The head coach, Abel Ferreira, he said, I'm lucky to have Estaval and enjoy him until the middle of the year, which is July. And after that, who knows, somewhere else, if I have the opportunity to coach him. But the reality of the matter is that he is flourishing. The player is flourishing under this coach, Abel Ferreira. Will he flourish under will he flourish under Enzo Maresca? That is my question. On his arrival, is he going to flourish under Enzo Maresca? Corinthians 17-year-old left back, then Evangelista to Chelsea. Would he flourish under Enzo Maresca? That is my worry. It seems to me Maresca is not able to develop players. Dear friends, let me just run up here. I was just talking about George Petrovic's issue. Few weeks ago, Jorgensen was the chosen one for all of us, destined to be Chelsea's number one. Now, the same people, the same fans, you and I, we expect Petrovic to return and take over as Chelsea's number one. It's like it's more of his second coming home of Peter Cech for us. Give it a couple of mistakes, and Chelsea fans will turn up again on him. He's one of those players that made me to believe that there's something fundamentally wrong with our system of play. It could be from the coach. It could also be that the players are not taking his instructions, because when the defense is exposed, the goalkeeper will always concede. Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, I'll be back with more exclusives in the coming hours. Remember, here we go. Another youngster, 17-year-old, coming all the way from Corinthians, has been signed by Chelsea. I'll see you guys all in the next one when you see me. Shalom and peace.